number 3, this is the most important one. Be patient. What's going on, guys? So in today's video, what I wanted to do was talk about what I believe are the 3 biggest mistakes that most teenagers are making in the weight room that's halting their progress. All right, so the first one I want to talk about is not warming up the right way. And I don't mean warming up out of the weights, like maybe you're stretching or you're foam rolling or whatever it might be. I'm talking about when you actually get to your sets and your working weights. So let's say use back squatting as an example. Most of you guys just throw on 225 and start squatting. That's not gonna get you anywhere. 1, there's a good chance you're gonna hurt yourself. You're not warmed up for that weight just yet. And 2, you use lighter warm-up sets to work on technique and mobility. So let's say my max squat is 300 pounds, or I'm working up to 300 pounds of working sets. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 warm-up sets with an empty bar. I'm gonna do a couple warm-up sets with 135, and then I'll start making bigger jumps and work my way up to 300 pounds. So with an empty bar and 135 and the lighter warm-up sets, I can do a lot with that. I can sit in the bottom of a squat for 10 seconds, all right? Really open up my hips. And same thing with the 135. I'm gonna be able to slow down, work on my technique, and work on my mobility with that weight. I put up a video on my Instagram, right there. I put a video up there probably a week or 2 ago where I was talking about this same topic. And what I did was I put videos of an Olympic weightlifter. His name is Liu Xiaojun. He's one of the best in the world, Olympic gold medalist, multiple world champion and stuff like that. He weighs about 170 pounds in the video. And in the video, he works up to a 561 pound squat for 3 reps. So weighs 170 pounds and works up to 561 for 3 reps. And in that video, he does a warm-up set with an empty barbell. He does 2 warm-up sets with 155 pounds, and then he starts to make bigger jumps. So this guy can squat 561 for 3 reps, and he's still doing lighter warm-up sets with an empty bar and 155 pounds. So if he can do that, then you need to, all right? Stop just throwing on something that's pretty heavy and starting your working sets. You guys have to build up to it. There's a potential you're gonna hurt yourself, and also, again, those lighter warm-up sets is where you're gonna work on your technique and your mobility depending on the exercise. All right, number 2, you guys need to slow down. And when I say slow down, I mean slow down your reps. If you're looking to build muscle, it's not gonna happen by just taking 40-pound dumbbells for the bench press and just cranking out 20 reps as fast as you can, and then you just sit there and rest and do it again. You guys have to slow down, especially at your age. You guys are still new. You need to work on what's, in a sense, feeling.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it?
The exercises and feeling the muscles. If you're doing a bench press and you go too quick, you might not really feel it in your chest. Or if you're doing a lat pull down, I especially see this in back exercises. And this goes for anybody who might be watching this. You guys gotta slow down your back exercises. You might grab a lat pull down bar, you might crank it down, do 15 quick reps, and feel almost nothing in your back, and the next day your lats aren't sore at all. You guys have to slow down. You have to start feeling these exercises a little bit more. My recommendation to do this would be in a lat pull down, pull it down, hold for a second, and then up, 2, 3. Hold for 1, and down for 3 seconds. So if you're doing a bench press, 1, 2, 3, hold for a sec, and then you're right up. Okay, this is gonna be really good for you guys to start to feel the exercise, feel the muscles that need to be working. Because if you do that and you are not feeling anything in your chest in a bench press, then we know we probably have to maybe adjust where our elbows are, our hands are. We're gonna be able to work on our form a little bit more when we're doing stuff like that. Also, negatives, so the lowering of an exercise. So a bench press, I'm lowering down. Squat, I'm coming down. In a lat pull down, it would be coming up. So getting back to where the exercise started is a really, really good way to build a ton of muscle. Does a lot of damage, which is what happens when you exercise. Does a lot of damage, which allows us to then build up. So slow down your reps, okay? Again, down for 3 seconds, hold for 1, then up. Just use that as a baseline for the next time that you're working out. Watch how much sorer you feel and how much you actually feel the exercise in the muscles that they're supposed to be working. Last one, number 3, this is the most important one. Be patient. Way too many times do I get a DM that says, what's the fastest way and what's the easiest way? If that's your attitude going into any sort of fitness regimen, it's probably not going to go well for you. You can't go in with the mindset of, I want to do this the fastest way that I can and the easiest way. Let's use this as an example. The easiest or fastest way to lose 15 pounds is don't eat anything and run 10 miles a day. One, that's not healthy, and two, that's not going to keep the weight off. The fastest way or easiest way to lose 15 pounds and keep it off is to lift weights consistently, get your cardio in, eat well, and so on and so forth, and follow the things that you know you should be following, and do it for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 2 years. You guys have to learn that this is a long game, especially if you're 15 years old. I can't even explain how much time you guys have. Just please be patient. Stop worrying about what's gonna happen in a month. I'm not making progress, so on and so forth. Wait it out. As long as you were lifting weights consistently, and consistently lifting weights a little bit harder, so progressive overload, maybe you're doing a few more reps, you're doing a little bit more weight. You can't just do the same exact thing every single day you go in. Make sure you are lifting your weights consistently. You're eating well and eating enough food. All right, you've got to eat enough food, especially with a lot of you, your goal is to gain weight. Eat enough food, eat clean food 85 to 90% of the time, real food. If you don't know what that is, I have a YouTube video on that. Go back and check it out. It is labeled What and How Kids Should Eat. So keep lifting your weights. Eat good food. You can do a little bit of cardio in there if you want to lose some weight. You can do some high intensity cardio if you like to. You don't necessarily need to. But you guys have to be patient. This isn't going to happen in 3 months. You're not going to get the six-pack next week. You're not going to build 15 pounds of muscle in 2 weeks. This stuff takes a really long time. You've got to be patient. Trust me, coming from somebody who started their fitness journey when he was 14, I'm 27 now, and I'm still having to be patient on certain things. It's going to take a little while, but you have to accept that. And that's why it's so important to start at your age. Is if you can start at your age, it makes everything that you do fitness-wise and health-wise when you're older a little bit easier. I can get away with eating pizza now because I started so young. So just be patient. Don't get discouraged if you are not getting the results that you want, especially if it's been 1 month, 3 months, and so on and so forth. The last thing I'll say on that is you have to be consistent with that for the patience to work. What I mean by that is, if you've been working out twice a week for 2 months, yeah, you're probably not going to see the results you want. If you ate pretty good throughout the week and then every weekend you fall off and you eat a ton of pizza and fast food and candy and stuff like that, you're not going to see the results that you want. So patience is going to work every single time. Eating well, lifting weights, and doing a little bit of cardio works every time if you're consistent with it and you wait. So just really, really dial in. Look at yourself and ask if you have everything in line. Am I lifting enough? Am I progressing with it? Am I really eating well enough? Am I really? Did I have cereal for breakfast today? Then no, you're not eating well enough. And then just step back and know that it's gonna be a little while. It takes some time, okay? But I promise you the time is gonna pass anyway. So what else are you gonna do with it, okay? So be patient. And those are the 3 biggest mistakes I see teenagers and teenage athletes making in the weight room. Guys, warm up properly. Take your warm-up sets seriously. Work on your technique, work on your mobility, and stay safe. Slow down. Nice and controlled on the way down, hold for a sec, and then you're right up. Solid muscle contraction. Then the third one, be patient. You guys gotta trust the process. This stuff will work. No matter your genetics, it doesn't matter. Coming from somebody who was 14 years old when they started this journey to now 27, the patience works. The patience pays off. I promise you, you will reap so many benefits and be able to kind of maintain a little bit as you get older if you stick with it now and just be patient. Trust me. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you give me a subscribe so you can stay up to date when I'm releasing new videos on this channel. And as always, go ahead and follow me on my other social media accounts where I'm pumping out daily content for you guys. I will see you next time.